Hi guys, here we are. We've got an interview with the one, the only, the ugly one from One Direction, Louis Tomlinson. This is so exciting. Everyone says that I look like him, so it's great to look like the ugly one from One Direction and also get to interview him as well. So please, while we're here, just quickly hit subscribe, hit like, hit share, get some people to see this video. Thanks guys, this is really exciting. I'm going to go in now. I'm going in now. Well, here I am, sat with Louis the Llama Tomlinson. He's got his small imaginary friend with him who's going to be sitting in the palm of his hands throughout this interview, just keeping company. He gets a bit nervous if he's just doing this on his own, so he's got his imaginary friend there with him. He's wearing his Beatles wig back to front intentionally, so don't go abusing him for that because it's not an error. He has done that on purpose. It's a fashion statement. You wouldn't know, you're not in One Direction. Well, hi, Louis, how are you? Louis. Louis. I better not sing that, copyright claims. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, very good. All the better for seeing you. Louis, first things first, can you please give us your famous Gollum impression?
Hello.
Very nice. First of all, I just have to ask, Louis, has that wig been dyed? It's got quite an orangey sheen to it.
It has.
Now, Louis, you've finally decided to reveal your secret life as a pole dancer called Sandra. Now, after doing your first ever big show as Sandra, did you need some time to drop that character? How easy was that for you?
Yeah, I had, after we did the show, I had like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks then just to kind of switch off.
And I gather that your slut drops are something else. You think that's something that the men in the club really love seeing you do, the slut drop?
I always say I've got zero technique but loads of confidence.
But you think that your first big show as Sandra, the pole dancer, that was what you always really wanted deep down?
Yeah, it was really fun, and I needed it actually because the X Factor was an amazing experience, but...
It's full on, I suppose.
Yeah, it is really full on every single day.
Now, you were saying that you love the thrill of playing Sandra, but finding that right music can sometimes be a bit stressful.
And a lot of pressure as well, you're picking songs for...
Well, I suppose to make men think you're a woman and fancy you and tip big and make you able to afford the new breast implant.
Yeah.
And you've also managed to teach Leonardo DiCaprio how to play a woman so convincingly that he was nominated for an Oscar. This is an industry secret coming out here. Leonardo DiCaprio was nominated for an Oscar for playing Lady Gaga, playing Ali in A Star Is Born, and he's been nominated for Best Actress for that part. I mean, that must have made you so jealous.
Yeah, but also, because I was so involved with every part of it, really, felt like a real accomplishment.
But I'm sure you're a million times better than him at pole dancing, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Do you sometimes get confused in the mornings on if it's a day where you're Louis or if it's a day where you're Sandra?
I think it kind of is important to me to distinguish the two.
Yeah. Oh, is that it? Is that your answer?
Sometimes it's harder, easier said than done.
How long have you been pole dancing for?
Maybe like 3 years now.
Great. And how long have you been sporting your Beatles wig back to front?
Think about it for about 5 or 6 months.
Okay. And you've been keeping your life as Sandra very, very, very much under wraps for years now.
I'm eager, I'm happy, I should say, to finally have it out.
Now, what surprised me was you're not actually the first ever singer to lead a double life as a pole dancer. Other singers have said that leading this double life as a pole dancer has helped really lift their spirits. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. I think, a lot of songwriters say that, it can be a form of therapy, and I agree with that, definitely.
Now, you've made quite a leap, in my eyes, from being a pole dancer to also doing lap dances as Sandra, convincingly, so people don't know that you're a man and you're giving them lap dances. That's quite a leap to make. How did it feel doing that? Do you feel cheapened or used by these men in any way?
It's quite professional once you sit down and get into it.
But it must have something of an effect on you when you're giving a lap dance and these men are just sort of using you as a cheap, sexy dancing piece of meat that you are.
But you can kind of, when you're in you can kind of disconnect a little bit, and like I say, it's a little bit more clinical. There's a job at hand.
Now, you gave another secret coming out here. You gave a lap dance to President Donald Trump so convincingly that he didn't realise that you were a man. He thought you were a sexy female giving him a lap dance. But how did you feel about that?
The first time I've kind of done anything like that, so I was a little bit nervous, but I think I did all right.
Now, you say that the song True Colours was the song that made you decide that you wanted to be a pole dancer in the first place.
Without being too corny, that's the power of music, really, and the power of good lyrics.
So do you feel like if the right piece of music came on or the right lyrics came on, you would get the power to be able to do anything naked?
If it's a great idea, then yeah.
And now, you recently filmed yourself lap dancing as a duet with the very talented Mark Zuckerberg, and these are going to be released very soon, I take it. Now, the first lap dance that you and Mark did together was for Logan Paul, and the second one was for Kevin Spacey. Which was your favourite? What did you prefer?
The most recent one I did, though, was probably, for two of us, was probably the most enjoyable and relaxed, and dare I say, maybe one of the coolest ones I've done. So yeah, I'm happy for people, I'm excited for people to see that.
So Kevin Spacey, great, okay. And you've written a book, Louis' Lap Dance Heaven. When can we expect that to be released?
It will be the end of the year, and I'll probably continue working on it, you know.
And do you think that you'll be willing to collaborate with other men who want to be female lap dancers?
I don't think so. I feel like I was really lucky to have those opportunities, because it was a really nice way of bridging the gap to, you know, being in a band and then being on stage on your own and everything in between. Yeah. So I really loved those opportunities and loved the performances with them. But I think it's important for me now to kind of say this is who I am as an artist, so I can stand on my own 2 feet.
And now, you're still keeping your locations and things a secret because you don't want to give yourself away, but if we wanted to try and see Sandra doing some lap dancing or pole dancing, where might we be able to spot that?
I do all my sessions in London and LA.
Simon from the Sidemen, you say, is the one that got you into pole dancing in the first place. How did you learn from him? I mean, what, you've gone down and...
I've gone down and kind of just shadowed Simon and watched how it, you know, went down.
Great. And you've also taken up teaching pole dancing yourself, and you say that you started teaching sexy dancing in water wearing a mermaid's tail because being a mermaid has also been a big dream of yours.
And I've always been interested in development and helping new artists. So, like, there was no better experience, really, for me to just dive in the deep end and give that a go.
And so you were in a pool, wearing a mermaid's tail, living a lifelong dream and pole dancing in the water. How did it feel? How was it?
As I say, I loved it. It was really good.
Nice. And so what top qualities of a mermaid do you think that you possess?
I think I'm quite loyal, and I'm also competitive.
Which I imagine probably also makes you one hell of a teacher when it comes to, you know, teaching men how to be a female lap dancer.
I wouldn't have anyone say a bad word about my boys.
Oh, well, that's so nice. And then you're saying that after class you and your boys go and have a wild girls' night out.
And that's really fun, really fun.
Now, Louis, look, I get this a lot, and I'm sure that you do as well. I get people come up to me all the time saying, "Oh, you look like Louis Tomlinson." I'm sure that you must get the same thing. "Oh, you look like Ray."
Every single day.
I know, every day. I was just thinking, oh, brilliant. Here we go again. I look like the ugly one from One Direction. Thanks, mate. Well, Louis, thank you very much. One more time, let's just hear that Gollum impression.
Hello.
Flawless. Well, there we go. We just interviewed Louis Tomlinson, the ugly one from One Direction. Brilliant. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you have already, or if you're about to hit it, thank you so much. Thank you for the support. It's really kind of you. I really appreciate it. Let's see who we get next week.